almost afternoon, I guess it is. It's still morning for like 10 more minutes here in Minnesota, although that might not be the case wherever you are. If you are watching me live, hey, good morning, afternoon, whatever it is. And let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'd love to connect with those of you who are here live. If you aren't live, that's totally cool too. You can comment #replay, and I'd love to connect with you as well. But today we're going to talk about something that's kind of crazy. First, it's called Struggling with Classroom Management. Here's the first step, the secret sauce. The first step. So, first things first, though, I want to let you know that my name's Andrea Orm. If you are new around here, welcome. I'm so glad you are hanging with me. If you want to connect, I hang out a lot in the Music Lover to Music Teacher group. There's a link in the description of this video if you are not watching there. And if you are watching there, hey, I'm so glad you're here. Make sure you check out the post from earlier today. Because it's fun. It's got a question for you and it's attached to the weekly giveaway. So that's a fun thing for you to be involved with. So classroom management. And a lot of people are like, ooh, I don't want to talk about that. Ooh, that's not so fun. Ooh, ouch. Nope, don't look. And it's not so bad, really. And I'm going to make it easy peasy lemon squeezy for you. Okay? I'm going to make it easy. Here's how I'm going to make it easy. It's the very first step. The first step is how you approach it and think about it. Okay? The things that you focus on will flourish. The things that you focus on will grow stronger. So, I'll give you a few examples. Yesterday, I taught a class of 25-ish kids, ages, 5 to 8 or 9, something like that. And there were quite a few new kids in the group. So they're not used to the way I run things. They're not used to the way I do things, and I move through activities fairly quickly and things like that. They're not used to me and how I roll yet. And so I do a lot of giving directions for sure. And I know I've talked about that a few times. I talked about that in a video last week. So if you're interested in that, go check out that in the guide section of the group that I was talking about, the community where we get to connect together. Because there's a whole library of stuff in the guides there. So that's there if you need to go check that out. But what I most want to talk about is what I focused on. So there's this funny, spunky little girl, and she randomly went, meow. And it was like right between two different things I said. And so I just kind of looked at her and I laughed and I moved on. And in the moment, I really didn't think about the fact that I paid attention to it and I responded to it. But later she did it and interrupted somebody else by doing so. And the reason why she did it a second time is likely because she got attention doing it the first time. What I focused on was her funny sound. And when I focused on it, it flourished. She chose to do it again, right? Whereas the second time, I ignored it. I just kept going on. I ignored it. And then she did it a third time to see if she would get the first response, right? Because she was hoping for another response. And the third time she did it interrupting someone else. Not interrupting me, but interrupting someone else. And I said, it's not okay to interrupt when our friends are having turns or something like that. And then I just moved on. I didn't wait for a response from her. I just moved on. She didn't do it again, and we were fine. But I realized to myself, if I had not focused on it the first time, she probably wouldn't have repeated it multiple times. Probably not because she didn't get the response she was hoping for. She was hoping for a little bit of attention doing so. She was hoping to be funny. She was hoping for some laughs or something. And she wasn't ill will in doing so. She was just being a fun kid because that's what kids do. Kids want to have fun and kids want to be goofy and I create a space that kids can be pretty funny and silly and goofy. And so the funny and silly and goofy part isn't the problem. It's the timing and the choice of when to do it. So the reason why I'm talking about what you focus on will flourish and how it relates to classroom management is because if you focus on the things that are not going right, if you focus on the things that are negative that kids are doing, you will eventually get more of those because kids are attention seeking in various ways. And if they're getting more attention for doing something wrong than for doing something right, they'll probably keep doing that. But If you focus on the things that are going well, the kids who are making the right choices, the choices that the kids are making that you want to see and you like, if you verbalize that, you will see more of it. Another example. Same class yesterday. I was teaching them a new game, and for this game, I needed kids to have their hands not behind them. You know how sometimes kids will sit like with their hands back like that because we're on the floor, right? Well, I needed kids to not have their hands behind them because we didn't want to step on them when we're walking around the circle and accidentally hurt somebody, right? Safety. And just makes the conversation easier, the game easier. Well, I just randomly said, "Oh, wow. So-and-so, you like Johnny or whatever his name was, you didn't know this, but how did you read my, or, how did you read my mind? How did you know I was going to say we should have our hands on our knees or in our lap instead of behind us?" Great example. And so that built that kid up. And as soon as I said that, like 10 other kids did the same thing because they wanted to be noticed. They wanted to be focused on. And so what I chose to focus on, I got more of. That specific thing flourished. So let me know in the comments something that you want to see flourish in your classroom. Whether you're working with little kids, whether you're working with your choir, or whether this is something that's for your personal life. And actually, I'll be honest, I needed it for my personal life this morning. I had something unexpected happen this morning, and I was really grumpy about it. And I did not have a good response to it. I reacted with strong feelings that weren't very positive. And I kind of approached it at first as if I was kind of ruining my morning, like letting that color my whole day. When in reality, I don't need to do that. It's a choice that I have. So after I had my little pity party and, I had a moment and I took a moment to reset, I chose, and that's the key word is choose. I chose to say, nope, we're starting over. Nope, I'm going to do this differently. Nope, I can still have a productive day. No, I don't choose. I'm not going to continue in that direction. I choose to focus on the things that are going well. I'm going to choose to focus on the things I'm grateful for. I'm focusing on those things, and that is flourishing in my day. So the rest of my day has been a lot more positive. Because of the circumstances? No, because I've chosen to focus on it. Okay. If you work with high schoolers, you can do the same thing. Oh, I see 10 people I noticed that have a pencil with them and they're ready to go. Thank you so much for those who are being responsible and have their pencil ready to go as we start rehearsal today. That could be for a choir or for a band rehearsal. Those kids feel recognized. You didn't single one out, but they feel recognized for doing what they were supposed to do, and they feel grateful for it, right? And the kids who didn't do the right thing but want attention, they're like, oh, dang, she's not focused on me being squirrely back there. She's focused on the kids who did choose to make the right choice or choose to remember what materials they needed today. So this focusing on what you want to see flourish can work in all areas. It can work in personal life, classroom management with older and younger, and everything in between. So let me know in the comments what you want to focus on so that it will flourish. Don't tell me the things that aren't going well. Don't tell me the things that you're struggling with right now. If that's classroom management, that's fine. Don't tell me you're struggling with it, though. Tell me what you are going to choose to focus on to help it flourish, okay? I can't wait to see what you have to share with us. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the comments section. Bye for now.